Hey YouTubers, this happens to be my first video, and what you are looking at are instrument clusters. From the bottom one is out of a 2004 Yukon Denali XL, and the one above is out of a junkyard of some sort. Now, I picked this thing for like 15 bucks because this one was non-operational and I wasn't really looking to pay like 300 and something to have this done or get a new one. So what I ended up doing was getting this one for like 15 bucks out of the junkyard. And after I'd already tried to repair the stepper motors on this one with other parts out of a junkyard, basically what I did was fry the shit out of this one. I ended up with less working gauges than before, and so I went and sourced a new one. Now, first thing I did was replace all the stepper motors. There's 100 videos on how to do that, so I didn't bother recording that. Actually, I didn't really bother recording anything because I didn't even know if this was going to work. So there's other videos that show you about these displays. Now, when I plug this thing in to my truck, both of the displays were completely out, and both of these ones work fine on the original. So I knew that the problem wasn't in the wiring; it was going to be inside of the board. And there's a whole bunch of things about the Park to One display, but not a lot of things about the driver information center. And if you look here, you can see that there are two areas that have kind of been heated and overheated inside of this circuit board here. And this is the one that you're going to see people talk about on the Park to One display, but nobody really mentions anything about this area over here, because usually these ones are good and these ones go bad. So what I did was I followed the instructions about the Park to One display, and I just threw some flux on here and soldered the shit out of the resistors over here, which one or two of them had a rough connection because as soon as I heated them up, they moved right off of their pads. And then I came over here to this area, and I basically reinforced everything over here. You can see over there on this 7-pin deal, I heated those up, hit it with some good silver solder. All three of these resistors, I didn't touch those two capacitors there, but the two red fuses or resistors there, they had some very burnt looking shit on them. So I went ahead and heated those up, dropped just as big old blobs of solder on, as big as I could get. This light is also off of the other one. It has a little bit of scoring on it. The lights were also all out as I reconnected it. I saw that. So another thing, which everyone's like, oh, you gotta send these things out to get them programmed and to the VIN number and whatnot. Well, here in this little dugout right here, you can see an 8-pin connector. This 8-pin connector is an EEPROM chip. This is where the people that you send your shit out to reprogram, they hook up a little EEPROM reader here, and they pull the information from that chip, and then they go to the next one and they basically erase and rewrite to that chip. Now, I don't have a fancy programmer. I don't have a fucking reader. I'm not sending this shit out for $100 or $55 because I spent $10 on these lights and the stepper motors and absolutely nothing repairing the two displays. And what I did was I lifted this chip off of the circuit board from my original instrument cluster, and I relocated it onto this one over here, the one that I'm replacing it with. I don't know if you could read, yeah, it looks like you could read the numbers on that. And basically all I did was make sure that the numbers went the same way as when I took it, as they were when I took it off. And now I have this 100% working instrument cluster out of, I believe, an earlier model, because of the markings over here. It says something about 02 and then 03. So I think that this one is actually an 03 model year, and this one is the original out of my 04 model year. Another thing that I noticed were this one could have been a diesel, because where the glow plugs were, it had an LED, which I took and I put it over here for the Christ, I don't even know what function that is, but I know that this one did have that function. So I robbed the resistor from here. I robbed the LED from over there. This was actually like for the glow plugs, I think, when I looked on the the face itself. Anyways, what I'm gonna do now is I've tested this thing. Both displays are working. The odometer reads out the exact same mileage as it did before, and all I'm gonna do is slap it back together and use the I'm gonna use the needle location from this screen, and I'm gonna have to cut out a hole because the other one didn't have the trans temp gauge, and you know, obviously the Denali does. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a hole out in that one, and I'm gonna make slices up until up to the needles, so that way I can lay my Denali faceplate down first, and then remove this one after I set the arm locations on the stepper motors for the gauges. All right. Thank you very much. I hope this solves some problems for you guys that are wasting money sending these to people who are doing this rinky-dink programming. And this is really all that it takes to make it work. It's, you know, it's simple circuitry. All right, later.